I was on Blakk Rasta TV3. I fire the members of this current government. Any the parliamentarians, in fact, were fire will move papa. Concern agreement to be a course our parliament get fund secure dema each MP every quarter. In fact, setting a seminar parliament at here. Assign that bill on Amana Bayam Rani there. Blakk Rasta on TS no be say. And the ready pass a percentage of my Ghana. Or that one TS. Wabe fire abo bona adwene papa. Ede se na ekoso. Ayi Penyah Block Media. Metro say ni demo. Obe like video ada ma bo subscribe button. Na ba click on the question icon for latest update. Na ba kire wadwene ama e wo comment. Better so baso. No shi bira ma oni aso enya bi ahwe. It's the last 2 weeks Friday. Parliament House omuko sitting. Omuko sitting at the end of the day no. And a poppy up said Parliament has approved 200,000 cedis get fund allocation to each MP for construction of educated related projects. I will be a constituency. Say ya will be a 2 billion 200,000 Ghana cedis. Say constituency mo schools and some fair schools in Tumpong. And what ya some will be a 150,000 cedis. Offer no. And your monitoring money. Just say offer 200,000 cedis. Any project. No, there any project no. Only 1.5 billion or the 2 billion a project. Oh yeah. Yaman 1.5 billion. Offer no nation able to any monetary money. Offer no monitor say. Offer 1.5 billion a monitor. So the 2 billion by year. They say, oh, the quite it doesn't make any sense. Now this parliament ruling no. And a Blakk Rasta heard no see there be. Ghana pint yenya brace percentage 3 my conquer Ghana. Spending 350,000 cedis each quarter on every MP. Does it make any sense? It's the Blakk Rasta, in fact, who are better fire this current government.
This is the voice of the patriot, and here we speak truth to power. Here we don't discriminate and we don't ever criticize to destroy, but to build. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the headquarters of the truth. And from the office of the patriot, this is the voice of the patriot. And my name Blakk Rasta. Now today we have a number of issues we need to look at quite quickly. All right. This one is taken from Ghana Word, and it says, disgruntled NDC MPs have been promised 400,000 Ghana cedis every quarter to appease them. And this is Paul Adum Ochri alleging. And I read, media personality Paul Adum Ochri has alleged that the approval of the monetary budget by Parliament for the Get Fund projects allocated to members of Parliament was intended to compensate certain lawmakers from the National Democratic Congress who were not given government appointments. Parliament approved 250,000 Ghana cedis for each MP to fund education-related projects in their respective constituencies, along with an additional 150,000 Ghana cedis per MP for the monitoring of these projects. Reacting to the development on Good Evening Ghana on April 3, that's yesterday, 2025, Adum Ochri asserted that some NDC MPs are dissatisfied with the government for sidelining them and not considering them for appointments. He further claimed that these disgruntled MPs have expressed concerns that the lack of government appointments, which would have secured them budgetary allocation, will negatively impact their parliamentary prospects in the 2028 party primaries, leading to increased pressure. Now, the reason, as we have been told, is that there's concern from the 188 members of Parliament of the NDC who did not secure ministerial positions. are not likely to secure board positions and did not secure deputy ministerial positions, and therefore do not have any executive authority where they have the power of the pen to sign signatures and also get a budget to run with. And so they feel that there will be pressure on them for their constituents, given that everyone knows they are members of the ruling party and they may lose their primaries, he alleged. Adumochi further alleged that in an effort to resolve the situation and appease its members, following rumors that the disgruntled MPs are planning to boycott the vote against any government business, the Minister of Finance has made arrangements to allocate 400,000 every quarter to the MPs. Much as Paul Adom Ochri is overly partisan and has lost a lot of following and respect by his inactions and actions, you cannot discount this thing that the brother is saying. Paul Adom Ochri was the one who said he would never criticize Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo publicly because he had unfettered access to the former president. And we all saw what that unfettered access did to the people of Ghana. Wanton stealing, wanton corruption, disregard for human rights, and at the same time, arrogance in that government. The man was a demigod. Criticize him in public and your head would be on the chopping board for the next Christmas. My brother, my sister, overly vindictive as we were told by the Subin MP. Nana Akufo-Addo was Nana Yankamasem. So I understand people like Adom Ochri, who more or less had almost become bootlickers for the Nana Akufo-Addo government. But reading this and going into the spirit, I am not a man who will discount this despite all the political sins of Paul Adom Ochri. In fact, this is so nauseating. I can agree with Paul Adom Ochri to some extent that this is probably true. My brother, my sister, that tells you the level of patriotism we have for our country. Members of parliament, my brother, my sister, who were voted by the people into power. They are supposed to be looking at Ghana first. But they are more interested in political appointments, especially ministerial positions. And they know for sure not everybody can be a minister. No wonder governments that we have had in the past would always blot the list of ministerial appointments and positions in order to satisfy all these egotistical idiots. I am hurt and I'm going to use strong language. My brother, the party supported you in one way or the other to win your way into the parliament house. That is not enough. It's almost like an automatic walk in the park into any ministry when you win an election as an MP. I don't know what kind of rhetoric this is. Every MP is looking forward to a certain appointment, and if this appointment eludes him, he all of a sudden becomes a chameleon, a demonic chameleon who is ready to change colors at will. What do I mean by changing colors? Fighting his own party, and by so doing, fighting the prospects of a better Ghana that is supposed to be reset. I sympathize with President Mahama. Mahama, I sympathize with you. I cry for you. As I'm talking, if you have spiritual eyes, you can see the tears of blood coming down from my two eyes. I'm sorry for you. The man told you that he's ready to reset Ghana. He has come with so many wonderful policies, some of which are already being implemented. He decided to give the e-levy a long-awaited grave, and is being buried with the death nail already hammered into the coffin. Hey! Betting tax relegated to the background. As many Ghanaians wanted to see, though I don't agree. I want more taxes on betting so the youth can wean themselves from this demonic betting. My brother, my sister, taxes are being thrown away left, right, and center to ease the betting on the average Ghanaian. That will tell you that government revenue, all other things remaining equal, is going to dwindle. And now there is pressure on the president to dole out money and give to egotistical, demonic MPs who, by virtue of the fact that they won their way into the parliament house, they must get ministerial appointments and other appointments. What rhetoric is this garbage? This is gibberish. How can the nation grow? Now Paul Adumatri is alleging that 400,000 Ghana cedis is doled out every quarter to every MP as bribe to shut them up so they will not rise against good old Mahama. How can the nation grow? My brother, my sister, I stopped reading the whole story because I do not want to shed tears for Mahama. Are we ready to sacrifice for this nation to grow? Or we all have egos? And I blame Mahama too in one way or the other. I remember when John Dramani Mahama went to the constituency of Gh350K, and he made the promise that Gh350K, I am glad you have won. And once you have won, I assure you of a ministerial appointment. And he told the people in the area. Today, Gh350K does not have that ministerial appointment. Remember, I came here and bemoaned that. I don't support Gh350K at all. Because of the dual citizenship rhetoric, my brother, my sister. I heard John Dramani Mahama also talking about how his government is going to help with dual citizens. In fact, taking political positions, government positions and appointments. Of course, wisdom is not in one person's head. We came on radio and also on TV and made it clear that where Ghana is right now, we don't need dual citizenship holders to hold sensitive government positions. No! Right now, we need radical people in Ghana to transform this nation. It's not a walk in the park. It's not time to eat akpele and fetiridechi. It's not time to eat tuozafi and miyankuka with yura. It's not time to eat tubani. It's not time to eat fufu and abenkwine and akrantie. It is time to go hungry. It is time for us to sacrifice our stomachs and see Ghana grow for the next generation, our children and children's children. If you don't share with this vision, you don't belong in this nation. I made it clear before John Dramani Mahama became president that he must continue preaching. One, he was not going to make promises because it's Satan who always makes promises and he fails. He's the king of promises. Two, he would have to tell Ghanaians that, hey, it is time for us to go hungry so that our children and children's children will be well fed. Any Ghanaian who is not in alignment with this is not a Ghanaian. He is a hellion, somebody who belongs to hell. Today, I sit back and I'm sad. Where is this money coming from? Mr. President would have to give money. 400,000 Ghana cedis, almost 500,000 Ghana cedis, every quarter to MPs so they will not rise against Mahama and sabotage his government. If your own party people can have that kind of reasoning because they didn't get a certain political appointment, then I wonder what people are in that party. They are not ready to see a better Ghana. They are not ready, my brother, my sister, to see a better Ghana. They are only ready for their own emboldened egos. But of course, this is subject to the fact that what Paul Adum Ochri is saying is the truth. But I, standing where I am, I won't doubt this too much because I know the behavior of politicians in Ghana. There will be pressure. Oh yes, pressure from their constituencies. Honorable, and you want your position be, and people will start even mocking you because they are idiots. My brother, winning an NP position is not an automated car into a ministerial car park. Please, somebody write this down and make sure that you patent it. Blakk Rasta, quote and unquote. I'm saying that winning an MPship ticket is not an automated car into the parking lot of the ministry. But we have made it so in our politics and we are paying the debt. My prayer is that this thing that Paul Adum Ochri is alleging because he's overly partisan, my brother, my sister, is not true. That's my prayer. I do know that there are some MPs who behave this way. But my prayer is that the spirit of Mahama and the spirit of who made Mahama president again would fight all these ones and please put into their heads the common sense of patriotism. Not all of us can play lead role in movies. Some of us will do wakapas. Others will do makeup. Some would even be prompters, script prompters. We all cannot do the same thing. That is why I keep saying, my brother, my sister, let us all love Ghana the same way we love it, no matter what position they give to us, no matter where we find ourselves. It's just a matter of doing our best.
So when they say my Blakk Rasta Abeka, I would just say it doesn't make any sense. At this moment, we need rational thinkers. Nipa omu do my way, esin woman kasa ho. Enye nipa omu consider parliament, omu consider government appointment as opportunity to enrich themselves. It is my Blakk Rasta Abeka. What is your view and what is your take on that? Now, are the ways of parliament? What is your view on that? Say what your mama ever comment section. How you Penyah Blog Media.